My daughter Selinde was a fiercely loyal young woman who loved life. She loved being in the woods. She was a wildland firefighter. She was not part of a city fire crew. She loved the woods. She'd grown up in them. One of my favorite memories of her in the woods is she learned how to climb small saplings and liked to go to the top of them because they would bend and then she could jump down. She had a lot of energy, a lot of love for people, and she decided to do something that was really important. She wanted to give back to her community. She'd grown up in Southeast Ohio in the woods and wanted to give back to the area by learning everything she could about wildland firefighting. She went to OSU to go to forestry, and then she decided to go to Idaho and got into a program specifically for wildland firefighting. Selinde worked at Zaleski State Forest, and she liked to play little pranks on her coworkers. One time she left a little bag of jalapeno peppers in each of the crew vehicles. Made everyone laugh. And she also liked word games, just always twisting words and making them really funny. So she made people laugh a lot.
She loved dad jokes.
She did love dad jokes. She told them well.
She loved dad jokes. She had a very strong sense of commitment and she had a strong desire to serve. She had hoped to go into the Naval Academy, and she clearly had the academic smarts for it. But unfortunately, she'd had an accident when she was 16 years old, and that limited her physical ability to get into the Navy at that level. And so she decided that she wanted to do sort of combined her passion for fire, her passion for the outdoors, and her passion for serving with becoming a wildland firefighter. She had gone to OSU for 2 years in forestry and gotten really excited about forestry and had learned that fire could actually be a tool that could be used to help manage forests. And from there, she actually came to me, and I'm a college professor myself, and said, "Dad, we're not going to have school next year. It's going to be COVID, and everything's going to be virtual." And I told her, "Lindy, take a gap year." And she got the job at Zaleski State Forest, and then on her own found a wildland firefighting training program out in Washington, and actually Washington State, and got a scholarship to go there and did that training program while she was working at Selinde, and then was just starting to work on her first few prescribed burns when her accident happened while she was actually fighting a fire. Working on a prescribed burn, actually.
She enjoyed what she was doing. She really did. We have pictures that she took of the prescribed burns. She was trying to figure out fire behavior. What was it about fire that she could learn?
She wanted to learn how to use it as a tool, how to control it, and how to manipulate it. I know that the moment before she died, she had a huge smile on her face. She always had a huge smile on her face.
Selinde was just figuring out how she would be able to be a wildland firefighter. She knew she loved being in the woods. She was really horrified by the fires that had burned so hard in Australia and the West in 2020. And she was very devoted to the woods that she'd grown up in. So she knew what it meant to have fires burning and how much that causes a community to suffer. She really wanted to be part of both the prescribed burn and also protecting communities. She talked about wanting to be a jumper. I don't know if she would have gotten to be that. What I'm really proud about is that she applied for this all-women training crew out in Washington. She found the opportunity, applied for it, and received both the scholarship. She was trained, paid to be there, was paid to go out there. The flight was paid. And I just was really proud of her that she was finding her path. She really was putting together a lot of the aspects of her life that she loved, which were helping her community to serve. Something bigger than herself was really important. Being outside, she loved hiking, and she laughed. I remember at Christmas time, she said, "Mom, I think wildland firefighting really is for me because I've been playing with candles all my life. You've bugged me at the table to not play with the wax and play with the fire and the candle for years, and now I feel like I can take that excitement I have about fire and put it to good use." So she was pulling everything together in a way that she was very excited.
She was working prescribed burns in Ohio, but she was also very much looking forward to being part of a real fire
Out west.
And being involved in that. And it scared us,
Yeah.
quite frankly, as parents, having your 20-year-old daughter do that, but she just had a total passion for it. Our daughter's dream was, I think, once she finished her degree, was to continue with forest land firefighting, but also to really work towards the preservation of the forests of Appalachia. I could well have seen my daughter running the Division of Forestry at Department of Natural Resources in Ohio or some other Appalachian state. She had that level of ability and confidence and the smarts to do that. Kate talk to her daily on the phone, and I would talk to her at least once a week, well, several times a week on the phone, but she would come home every Saturday and work with me in the woods. And I'll never forget the last time I saw her. Her favorite thing to do was to give people this huge bear hug. And she came up to me and gave me a hug around my waist because we were all afraid of COVID and we weren't wearing masks. And she gave me a big bear hug around my waist, and I gave her a big bear hug around her top. We said goodbye. So I'll never forget, she had this thing when she ran out of the house, and she said it that last time I saw her. It's like, "Love you, Mom, love you, Pop, bye."
Always giving big hugs. Very much to my surprise, and probably would have been to her surprise, her swim coach changed the name of the
first swim meet that they do.
The swim meet to honor her. And it turns out that Selinde was this amazing team cheerperson, and one of her swim teammates said that Selinde really inspired her, encouraged her, and made her feel really good before her individual event. That she was a really important part of the team, working for the team, cheering everybody on. That it wasn't just about her, it was really about the team.
It was about her enthusiasm for swimming and her enthusiasm for the team's success. That was what's most important for her.
Here's to you, with that smile on your face. Here's to you, and what I want to raise to this moment we share, to the love